So, do you have a place to rent? Want to rent your place out? Hey, how's it going, everyone? How's everyone today? It's Rob GillT again, Cape Town, South Africa, all about property. Yeah, so today I'm going to talk to you about choosing that tenant for your property. Should be interesting. Let's get to it. So yeah, it's the age-old question. How do you choose a tenant for that property of yours that you want to rent out long-term? Okay, the short-term rentals are easy because those you can just you get the money up front, put them in, they're there for a couple of days and off they go. But long-term rentals are much more complicated because you're putting somebody into your home or somebody into your property or somebody into your investment, okay, that's going to be there, and they've got to pay you rent every month. They've got to look after the property. They've got to keep it maintained. It's your job to maintain it, but they must keep it up to scratch. And how do you know you're getting the right person? Well, I've got a simple answer to this, and you're not going to like it. It's a bit like going to the casino, going to the roulette table and choosing black or red. Okay? It's a 50-50. You have no idea what you're getting, and here's why. Okay? 9 times out of 10, I will always recommend go and get a property consultant. Then a property consultant help you with this because they've got a gut feel for it. They know what they're doing. They've dealt with a lot of people that are renting. Obviously an experienced property consultant, not someone who started yesterday. And go and chat to them, get them involved, and rather pay them the brokerage that they require to put somebody in your property. That doesn't mean it's going to be fail-safe or that it's going to be perfect, because at the end of the day, nothing, like I said, is fail-safe. It's like going to the roulette table. Coffee in the morning, always lovely. So, but it will help, because if you try and do it privately, there's people out there that will literally target you because you're doing it privately, because they know you're probably not as experienced as the property agent out there who's doing it every day. Now, a property agent, what they're going to do first of all is they're going to go out there and they're going to do a credit check, all right, once they've got their client. Once they've chosen their client and they've asked a few relevant questions, they're going to go and do a credit check on the client. And you think, wow, great, they're doing a credit check, that's perfect, I'll know exactly what this client's about. So if you know human beings, okay, 8 times out of 10, they don't intentionally try and rip you off. There are a couple of people out there that will move into your home and squat and they do it deliberately and they have no intention of paying even though they've got the money. But most of the time, a person will move in and they'll run out of money. They won't be able to pay the rent and lose their job, circumstances change, or they just run out of money, or they just can't afford the rent in full, or whatever the case. And generally it's an embarrassing moment for those tenants, and they need a place to live, they need a roof over their head. So why I'm saying this is because you will do a credit check, all right, and you'll find people that have got a squeaky clean record. Everything's fine. They've always paid their bills. They've always paid their rent, and they'll move into your house, and circumstances will change, and they'll stop paying their rent. Not your fault, not their fault. It just happens. Now, to get people evicted is near impossible, and it's also pretty cruel. And these poor people are just in a bad circumstance. So, for you to say, well, the credit record said it was clean and now this happened, or blame the agent, or blame this, or blame that, these are circumstances. And on the flip side, you might check a client out, or the agent might check a client out and say, this client's got a terrible credit record. They missed this payment, this payment, that payment. But it was a couple of years ago, right, where they went through a bad patch. They've come through into a clean patch, they've got a nice job now and they can afford to pay for everything, but now they can't get credit for anything, okay? They can't buy a car, can't buy a house, and now they want to rent a property and you're like, no, I'm not taking you on. Meantime, they're probably more than willing to pay, right? So now you're in a quandary, because do you take these people on or not? You don't know, right? So you're looking at their past credit history and saying, well, they were bad payers before. Why were they bad payers? Nobody ever asks that question. What actually happened? Are they deliberately taking people to the cleaners, or are these just people that had a circumstance for a short period and they couldn't afford to pay something? Or is it just an MTN account, a phone account or something stupid, that wasn't taken off the system, or a TV license, or whatever the case? So, you have to look at the depths of credit on people and why they're not paying things and why they are paying things. That's why I say it's like going to a roulette table. How do you really know what you're going to get? Now, what I find the best is with people is ask a few questions. Find out about the family. Find out what they're doing. Where do you work at the moment? How's things going at work? What are you doing? Does your wife work? Are the kids working? Are the kids going to be staying with you? How many dogs have you got? Because it's not all about money. Remember, people are going to move into your house, they'll pay your rent, and they'll rip the place to shreds. Because people are just like that. I've looked at so many places that are tenanted, and you walk in and they don't realize that there's cupboards in the kitchen. Everything's on the kitchen counters, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Why do you live like this? So, people will make a mess of your walls will be all dirty. People with dogs, they'll just traipse through your house and destroy it, and whatever the case. And it's difficult to say to people, well, I want tenants, but I want tenants without dogs, because loads of people have got dogs and that sort of thing. So you might have to take the pets on. What I would say with pets is choose a specific size, a specific breed, or whatever the case, and say, well, you can't have anything bigger than that, and you can't have more than 2, or keep it limited. And you have people moving in with 5, 6 dogs. It's crazy, Then maintenance. Put in your contract, right, that when they leave, the walls need to be clean or repainted. It comes out of the deposit. Always take 2 months deposit, at least. Okay, at least, depending on your property. Some people actually ask for 3, but where do people get 3 months deposit plus a month's rent? It's 4 months rent. Where do people get that? Okay, even 2 months deposit plus a month's rent is 3 months rent. Lots of people don't have that, and it's difficult to come by. So try and keep it to 2 months if you can, because 2 months will cover you in most events. And then try and put in your contract that the walls need to be painted, the house needs to be as per the condition that they moved in, and anything that's not quite right and any cleaning that needs to be done will come off the breakage deposit. Make sure that's in your contract, because otherwise that becomes an issue as well. So that when they leave, you can basically use their breakage deposit to clean it up and make it as close to what it was as possible, because houses can really be ripped apart by tenants, let me tell you. So, that's why I say speak to the client if you can and determine what kind of people they are, because then you'll know if these are the type of people that are going to rip your house to shreds. One of the little tricks that you might use is just to take a glance at the car, and have a look at what kind of condition it's in. Doesn't matter how old it is or whatever. Is it clean? Is it well kept? That sort of thing. Is it a dog's breakfast? What does it look like? And that'll tell you a lot about your client as well. If it's a real scummy piece of crap and there's like rubbish strewed all over it, probably going to do the same to your house. Okay, are these things well maintained, well looked after? Do they care about homes and property and schools and things like that? Is it a family? Is it a single person, young, old? These are things that you need to look at. So these are just a few pointers for you. That's what I think, and that's what I always look at. But like I say, very difficult. It's a 50-50. It's like going to the roulette table, black or red, and take your choice. But if you do ask a few personal questions, you get to know the people, you might get a better gut feel. But like I say, always, if you can, use a property consultant. They've got a lot more experience. They've dealt with this before. They see these people on a daily basis, and they'll be able to sort it out a little bit better. So with that, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment, and let me know what you think. Let me know what experiences you've had and how it's been for you as well in that sort of scenario. And don't forget, I sell property. Call me first. So while you're here, go down to the description, whatever the case, and have a look at our new Orders Pairs shop that's just opened. Well, it's opening. It should be open by the time you watch this, hopefully. And check out what's going on there. There's going to be a YouTube channel for that as well. Definitely going to be a YouTube channel for that as well. But it's all about the shop, and I'm opening the shop alongside the property company so that we can do both. I love both, and we can have a bit of fun. So have a check at that. So till the next video, Rob GillT, chat soon.